Good morning. So I want to talk about the African culture. In primary school, in basic education, we're told that culture is the way of life of a people. Now, how do culture come by? Culture comes by legislation of the people or those in authority, and they come and they say, "Oh man, as them more come and say, when a woman does not do this, the gods have said that a woman should not do this, that, and then before you know, it becomes a norm, it becomes a culture, and you cannot question it." Now, look, go to your village. I'm from Anambra State, and in my village, they worship snake. They call it Eke Idemili. I have asked too many times. I have asked too many times. Many elders have asked many, why do we worship this thing? Not one of them has been able to tell me. One said it was during the Civil War, and when the soldiers were coming, the mother Eke just stood up, and then it do one thing, now be like a river that was very high, so they couldn't cross. I said, so is that why people started worshiping it? He said, yes. I said, but the Civil War was 1966 now. And from what I sensed, this thing has been worshipped for as long as the village came to be. Now I say, no, it's not everything that they ask. They say if they had to explain proverb to you, it means that your mother's dowry is a waste. I know, answer. Please, what you worship in your village, have you asked why? If you ask why, you will understand why culture is your problem. African culture forbids questions. African culture forbids critical thinking. That's why as far as Africans are concerned, their definition of unity is when everybody is moving like a cow, being led by a head. We all say we are going here. This one fall enter, we enter. This one fall enter, we enter. All of us go. It's unity. That's foolishness. Development started in Africa. Why did it leave Africa? Slave trade was not intended for Africa. According to original history, or not what the Brits wrote, to not this rubbish the Brits wrote to distort history. According to original history, slave trade was for the Indians. They planned to use the Indians as slaves, but the Indians didn't sell themselves. The Indians refused. Brothers were not selling brothers. They came and they did, but they came to Africa. Your father had more than enough. After selling all the slaves that he calls Osu, he started selling his brothers, exchanging them for ogogoro, exchanging them for mirror, exchanging them for horse. So the question is, why was it easy for Christianity to take over in Africa and not easy for it to take over Asia? Let me use India and China as example. If your culture was that rock solid, it was because it was a better alternative. India is called Hindustan. It's rooted in Hindu. Go and study Hindu. Then you understand why. You understand why. Their culture, it's about moral, what is it called now? It's about moral, more like moral ethos. You understand? But the African culture, A woman does not enter there. The one that has menstruation does not do this. A broom must do this one. A surrogate must do rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. That if you now start asking questions, it becomes a problem. I remember as a young child, we're blowing whistle one night, and somebody said, "Stop it." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because it's a cause spirit." Ah, but that's a lie. Actually, if you blow whistle at night, you are disturbing those who wants to rest, because everywhere is cool, everywhere is quiet. Your noise will be they look for a lie, mystify a lie, and then it becomes normal. Please, Africans, why is the African culture all about in those days, in those days, in those days? African culture is not progressive. It's not progressive. It's not progressive. In those days when a king die, they use 30 head. In those days when I ask them, in those days una get light? So your problem is your culture. African problem is African culture, not Christianity. Deal with that.